All right, we're going camping. I have a monster from Jack. Jack, I heard you're sick. You got the disease where your wife doesn't let you drink energy drinks anymore. I will take one for the team. And by the way, this flavor sucks. So if you send another batch, I prefer the white one or the blue one. No sugar, please.
This video has nothing to do with camping, and although I am going to use some clips from my latest camping trip in this video, it really has nothing to do with camping. I've actually been doing a lot of thinking about my storytelling process and how my videos end up being the videos that they are. The reason I've been thinking about this is because the final product of the video that I upload is often not the video that I actually wanted to make. And so I've been trying to dial in my process of how I come up with these ideas, what I do in the middle, and how I get to whatever I make in the end.
Back in 1786, not long after the American Revolution.
Every video that I make starts with an idea, and where that idea comes from, I don't really know. Sometimes it comes from when I'm driving. Sometimes I'm distracted at work and I get an idea. A lot of the times I get an idea from a book, and also I get a lot of ideas when I'm in the shower. I don't really know why. There's probably some psychology behind this, but yeah, the shower is a good place for deep, dark thoughts.
This is the worst snack wrap I've ever gotten. It's so bad that I have to eat it from both sides without everything spilling out. Jesus, oh, it's kind of spicy too. It's spicy. You're gonna think it's spicy.
Really? Why is it spicy?
We just got into Sequoia. I didn't know we were coming this way. I didn't get a video of us entering, but it is beautiful.
When I get an idea that gets stuck in my head and I can't stop thinking about it, I take this as a signal that this is the video that I want to make next. And I call this stage of my storytelling process the want. This is the story that I want to tell. For example, for camping, I want to tell a story about camping. And so when I have that idea, it lingers in my head and I fantasize about it. I have every shot in my head. I have the voiceover that I want, the music that I want, and everything is perfect in my head. And when I finally feel ready, I can go on to stage 2. Stage 2 is what I call the try.
Keep turning.
The story that I want to tell becomes the story that I try to tell. This is when I get to play with my camera and all of the ideas that I have in my head, I'm trying to get them out in the world. Sometimes it's frustrating because sometimes the story that I want to tell requires a little bit more technical ability than I'm capable of at the moment, or it just requires multiple people and I just don't always have people to film with all the time. However, this part for me is playtime. This is what I love. This is what I think I love, which is getting behind the camera, composing the shot. You know, I'm crafting the story. This is storytelling, the story that I try to tell.
Okay, our fire is raging. But we're gonna run out of fire in like 30 minutes, so I'm gonna be looking for more firewood while Jules is maintaining the fire, making sure it's not going too crazy. It's really hard making a video today. I didn't come with like a shot list or a script or anything, so I feel like I'm again just trying to like wing it, and it's driving me crazy to the point where it's like affecting my mood. The struggle of like wanting to make something amazing and knowing that I might not be doing it, but still having to do it is seriously a struggle for me. I guess this means that I really want to do this, because when there is resistance like this, it means you really want to do it. It's weird because the more you want something, or the more you really want to do something, the more resistance you have. And so I have to take it as a signal that I have to keep going. But mentally, it is not easy. not easy at all. Like, I wish I can just put the camera down and just camp. Like, that would be a lot easier for me. But then I would go crazy knowing that I'm not filming, so it's a fucking double-edged sword.
Oh shit, I wasn't pressing record.
Oh, nice. Nice. All right, we have fire. Jules is setting up her shot so we can get a nice wide angle from top down. We are going to rest. Sun is pretty much gone and it's getting pretty cold. So a little bit more B-roll, dinner, and then lights out. Jules thinks she saw bobcat poop.
I did.
So she's terrified. Every little sound right now is a bobcat.
Mountain lion.
Or a mountain lion. Look at Wendy with her coyote or mountain lion collar.
But after all of that fun camera stuff and lighting stuff and filmmaking stuff, there is the edit. And the edit is scary. Starting an edit for me is really, really hard. And I think about why it's so hard. Because again, I don't really hate editing. I just hate starting editing. And I think it's because editing is where you have to face all of the efforts that you put into and all of your mistakes. And it is just clip after clip of shitty shot, and just hoping you're able to use 2 seconds of something and put it all together. This is not a video about camping. Although, this is not a video about camping. And although,
Very important.
the story that I want to tell versus the story that I want to tell, the story that I want to tell versus the story. The edit is when I find that the story that I wanted to tell is not gonna happen. And usually I blame that on not being good enough at the trying part. And so for me, the edit shows me all of the gaps in my ability as a storyteller. But you have to do it. You have to start editing. And despite all of those shitty clips and all of those mistakes, you are able to find gems. And it's just one clip at a time in your timeline. I feel like the moment I can start my edit is when I've actually accepted that the clips that I have are not going to get better. They are what they are, and I have to make the best use of them. And when I finally begin the edit, the story that I wanted to tell, the story that I tried to tell, becomes the story that I needed to tell. Now, in the past, I would have been okay with most of my videos ending there. I thought it sounded really cool in my head. You know, the story that I want to tell turns into the story that I try to tell, which turns into the story that I need to tell, and boom, something cinematic and music and all of that. You know how my videos are. But as I was writing about my storytelling process, I realized that this is also kind of a metaphor for my life. The story that I want to tell versus the story that I try to tell versus the story that I need to tell is me, like as a whole. My entire life, even right now, there is a version of me that I want to be. I want to be the billionaire, the celebrity, the good husband, the movie director, all of those things that I want. And so I try my best every day to live that life so I can get toward those goals. That means I work 10 to 12 hours a day, sometimes even 14. I make these videos, I cook for my wife, all in the hopes that I'm trying to be the person that I want. But sometimes it is extremely frustrating knowing that I am not where I want to be. I am not a celebrity, I am not filthy rich, and sometimes I even question if I am a good husband. But the truth is, more importantly than what I want and who I try to be, I need to take a really good deep look at myself, kind of like I do at my edits. I have to accept who I am, where I am, and this is the best version of me that I've made for myself. And when I really accept all of me, then I can begin the life that I need to live, and not the life that I try or want to live.
This video is a reminder to myself that all of the parts of my life, the good and the bad, deserve its own story and can be made into a video.
We are in the tent. There's so many animal sounds that we don't recognize. So they're a little scary, but we have to do this for one night.
Good morning. Right now we're waiting for the sunrise. It's about like 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm not really sure. It was a long and scary night, but it's morning now. We can see everything that will attack us, so we're not as scared. As I was making this video, I realized the story I need to tell is not for you, but the person who really needs to hear this story is me.
I've been feeling a little bit under the weather since yesterday, and now it's like full on bad sleep, cold night, and cold morning, and I'm really starting to feel the effects of the sickness. So I did take a Tylenol, but we're gonna slowly start packing up and get out of here. Only a one-night trip, but I think it's worth it every time. Kind of. Okay, it is. But yeah, the sniffling. I'm gonna take a sick day tomorrow. So, taking a small little walk. Jules thinks she found some animal track. What?
It's not Wendy. That's a bear. Or something. This is not Wendy.
I don't think that's a bear. Could be like a coyote or something. You gonna chat GTP it later?
I am. Of course I am.
Mountain lion. Bum bum bum.
Wendy, we're going, don't worry.
Now, this might be a little repetitive, but I have no idea what it means to live the life that I need to. I just know that I often try to live the life of maybe somebody else or an idea of me that really doesn't exist yet. But the life that I really need to live is the life that I have with me right now. And that means being present. That means just working toward these goals that I want and not being frustrated that all I have are mistakes and memories of me trying to be something. Because with all of those attempts and everything that I want to be, it's still me. And if I can just accept and put all the different parts of me together, the mistakes and the good parts, then I can live my life wholly me. Does that make sense? I wrote it better. I should like start a vlog or something. This video thing is so hard. But like, it makes sense, okay? Yeah, I don't really have a conclusion. Ah, fuck. My next video is gonna be like, I don't have a conclusion. If you like this video, please press like and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one.